Hey, what's up guys, it's DarkArmedDuelist, and today I'm going to be doing a Mecha Phantom Beast deck profile. So I'm really excited to for you guys because this deck is an amazing deck that revolves around putting tokens on your side of the field to go into some incredible plays, and even summon out one of the coolest boss monsters in the entire game, Mecha Phantom Beast Draco Sack. So without further ado guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell there so you can become part of the notification squad, and definitely check out the Patreon down in the description below for all those awesome rewards, like in your name description of a single video, getting a signed card sent in the mail, and even getting to request a deck profile every single month to your Patreon, along with test hands. So without further ado, let's get straight on into this. So first off, we're going to be laying 3 copies of Mecha Phantom Beast Mega Raptor. This card is a great 3-up for the deck. It has the ability that when a token is special summoned to your side of the field, you get to special summon a Mecha Phantom Beast token. It's a machine type wind, level 3, 0 attack, and 0 defense. And you only use the effect of this card once per turn, and then once per turn, this card's level is increased by the total level of all Mecha Phantom Beast tokens, which a lot of your Mecha Phantom Beast share that ability that they increase by the level of all the tokens that are currently on the field. And then while you control a token, this card cannot be destroyed by battle or by card effects. And then once per turn, you contribute a token to add a Mecha Phantom Beast monster from your deck to your hand. We then play 3 copies of Mecha Phantom Beast Tetherwolf. Tetherwolf is a great normal summon in the deck because it has the ability that when it's normal summon, you just get to special summon a Mecha Phantom Beast token to your side of the field. And this card's level is increased by the total level of all Mecha Phantom Beast tokens that you currently control. And then while you control a token, this card cannot be destroyed by battle or by card effects. And then during the damage step of either player's turn, if this card battles an opponent's monster, you contribute a token during that battle. This card gains 800 attack until the end of the turn, which is really good. We then play 3 copies of Mecha Phantom Beast Raiten. Raiten is a good 3-of as well because it has the ability you can discard a card to special summon a Mecha Phantom Beast token to your side of the field, and also you can only use Mecha Phantom Beast monsters as fusion, synchro, XZ, or link material for a summon for the rest of the turn. And this card's level is increased by the level of all the tokens you control, and then while you control a token, this card cannot be destroyed by battle or by card effects. We then play 2 copies of Mecha Phantom Beast Coltwing. Coltwing is a good 2-of because it has the ability that when this card is special summoned, you get to special summon out 2 Mecha Phantom Beast tokens to your side of the field, and you must control another Mecha Phantom Beast monster to activate and resolve this effect, which is a really good effect. And it also has the ability that once per turn, you contribute 2 tokens and then target 1 card your opponent controls and destroy that target, and if you do, banish it. We then play a single copy of Harleyard. Harleyard is a good 1-of in the deck now because it has the ability that once per turn, when a monster you control is tributed to activate a card or effect, other than this card, you can special summon a Mecha Phantom Beast token to your side of the field. And it also has the ability that once per turn, you can tribute a token to special summon a Mecha Phantom Beast monster from your hand, which is super helpful. We then play 2 copies of Mecha Phantom Beast Blue Impala. Blue Impala is the tuner of the Mecha Phantom Beast archetype, and it has the ability that it cannot be used as synchro material except for the synchro summon of a machine synchro monster, and the other synchro materials are Mecha Phantom Beast monsters in your hand or your side of the field. And then while you control a token, this card cannot be destroyed by battle or by card effects. And if your opponent controls a monster and you control no monster, you can banish this card from your graveyard to special summon a Mecha Phantom Beast token to your side of the field, which is really good. We then play a Punk package in the deck, which is going to be 2 copies of Z-Man. Z-Man is a really good card in the deck because you get to pay 600 life points to add a Punk monster from your deck to your hand, which is really helpful, especially with cards like E-Telly in the deck, to be able to just instantly special summon this card to your field. We then play a single copy of Madam Spider. You can pay 600 life points to add a Punk trap card from your deck to your hand, which helps out the deck a lot to grab your trap card that you need, like your copy of Dangerous Gaboo, to also have a negate on search, which is really good. We then play a single copy of Foxy Tune. Foxy Tune is really good to search off your copy of your Z-Man, and it has the ability to once per turn, when this card destroys an opponent's monster of battle, you can gain life points equal to that monster's original attack, which is pretty good if you do summon this card to your field. But the card effect that you're going to be usually using with this card is sending this card from your hand or field to the graveyard, and then send a card from your hand to the graveyard. And if you do, special summon a Punk monster from the deck, except a level 8 monster, which is usually going to be your copy of your Madam Spider, to be able to then search your copy of Dangerous Gaboo to start going for copies of your Auroradon. We then play 3 copies of Despot 03. Despot 03 is really good because when it's normal summon, you can special summon a Despot monster from your deck, except another copy of this card, which is always going to be your Despot 01, which we play 2 copies copies of because it's an incredible tuner to be able to play in this deck, because this card has the ability of 2 or more machine monsters are special summoned at the same time while this card's in the graveyard. You can special summon this card, which helps us go for all sorts of different plays in this deck. We then play 3 copies of Ash Blossom to round out the monsters, just to be able to stop the opponent from touching the deck. This card is incredible in this deck and is just a really good hand trap. So that's it for the monsters, guys. Let's get into the spells. So for the spells, we're going to be playing a single copy of Monster Reborn, just so we can get our monsters back on the field, so we can go into some really good plays. 1 copy of Call by the Grave, just to stop the opponent from hand trapping us. This card is really, really helpful in the deck to be able to just stop the opponent from hand trapping us while we're trying to go into the deck to get certain cards. We then play 3 copies of E-Telly. E-Telly is really, really good to be able to special out our Punk monsters to our side of the field, so we can go for a Auroradon a little bit easier. And then we play 3 copies of Creature Swap. Creature Swap is really good because if our opponent puts a boss monster on the field, we can give them a really weak token, switch the token to attack position, and then use Creature Swap to change our token to our opponent, and our opponent will have to give us one of their monsters, which is really, really good. So this card is an incredible 3-of in the deck to basically just get a boss monster from the opponent while giving them a really weak token. So that's it for the spells, guys. Let's get into the traps. So for the traps, we're going to be playing a single copy of Punk Dangerous Gaboo. Dangerous Gaboo is really good in the deck because it's searchable off Madam Spider, and it has the ability that you can target an effect monster that your opponent controls and negate its effects until the end of this turn. Then, if you control a Punk monster, you can gain life points equal to the targeted monster's original attack, which can help us out a lot to be able to get that little bit of life point gain. We then play 2 copies of Aerial Recharge. Aerial Recharge is basically generating us token because once per turn, you can special summon a Mecha Phantom Beast token to your side of the field, and every single Mecha Phantom Beast token that you summon in this deck is going to be a Machine Wind level 3, 0 attack, 0 defense off of any card effect that we have that special summons tokens. And it also has the ability that during each player's end phase, you must tribute a token or a Mecha Phantom Beast or send this card to the graveyard. But it's still really good to be able to generate us at least 1 token if you don't tribute that card. We then play 3 copies of Infinite Impermanence. Infinite Impermanence is a really good card to be able to just use as a hand trap to back up your Ash Blossom to stop your opponent from using monster effects, while also using this card to be able to block spells and traps in certain columns that you activate this card in, which is really, really good. So that's it for the main deck, guys. Let's get into the extra deck. So for the extra deck, we're going to be playing a single copy of Mecha Phantom Beast Draco Sack. This card is super easy to summon in this deck because of your Mecha Phantom Beasts having the ability that they're going to have their level increased by the total level of all the tokens. So you're going to be able to just put 2 level 4 Mecha Phantom Beasts on the field and 1 token to be able to increase them to level 7 to then make this card. And it has a really awesome effect that you can once per turn detach a material in this card to special summon out 2 Mecha Phantom Beast tokens to your side of the field. And then after you summon those cards to your side of the field, when you control token, this card cannot be destroyed by battle or by card effects, and then once per turn you contribute a Mecha Phantom Beast monster and then target 1 card on the field and destroy that target, but this card cannot attack during the turn you activate that effect, which is the only downside to this card, but it's an incredible boss monster to be able to put on your side of the field. We then play a single copy of Big Eye because we can take the opponent's monsters with this card, which is really, really nice. We then play a single copy of Flare Metal. Flare Metal is really, really good to be able to burn our opponent for 500 every time they breathe, which is really, really good. I love this card in this deck and it's super easy to summon. 1 copy of Abyss Dweller to lock down the graveyard. You can make this really easy with the Auroradon combo. We then play a single copy of Auroradon. Auroradon is crazy good to be able to just use its effect that on summon, it's going to summon you 3 Mecha Phantom Beast tokens to your side of the field, which is really, really good. And then you can tribute monsters on your side of the field to activate one of these 3 effects, depending on the cards that you tribute. If you just tribute 1, you destroy a card on the field. If you tribute 2, you special summon out a Mecha Phantom Beast monster from the deck. Or if you tribute 3, you get to add a trap card from your graveyard to your hand, which is pretty good. We then play a single copy of Needle Fiber. Needle Fiber is how you're going to climb into your copy of your Auroradon. Super, super easy by summoning out a copy of Despot 01 to the side of the field off this card's effect, and then link summoning both of those 2 cards together to make Auroradon to start going for some crazy plays. 1 copy of Access Code Talker because it's super, super easy to make in this deck on the following turn after you use Auroradon, and plus you'll have 3 different attributes in the graveyard usually, because we also play a single copy of Link Spider because you can use the tokens to summon this card, which is really good. good because this is an earth, you have a water, and you have a wind. So you have 3 different attributes to use with access code talker. You can drop access code talker if you want to for something else, like a copy of, say, Boral Sword, if you want to, for a little bit more of a budget option, but it's still a really good card in this deck. We then play a single copy of Baron de Fleur. Baron de Fleur is a really good card in the deck, super easy to summon, and just a really good boss monster, especially with this deck to be able to summon, having a walking negate and a pop, which is really, really nice. You can change this out if you're looking for another budget option for any other level 10 synchro monster that you want to play, or you can play another level 7 synchro monster. That's totally up to you guys. One copy of Amazing Dragon. Amazing Dragon is really, really good in this deck, especially since we're playing punk cards, because it has the ability, if this card is synchro summon, you can target cards your opponent controls up to the number of level 3 psychic monsters with different names that you control and in your graveyard, and return them to the hand, basically being a compulse for multiple cards. Usually you're going to have 2 different ones in the graveyard between Madam Spider and Z-Man, which is really, really nice. We then play a single copy of Borreload Savage Dragon. Super easy to summon this deck, and you're going to use Needle Fiber to be able to put on this card, which is always great. One copy of Concordia. Concordia is a good card to play in the deck as well because it has the ability that tokens you control cannot be destroyed by battle or by card effects. And if this card you control is destroyed by an opponent's a card either by battle or by card effect and sent to the graveyard, you can tribute all tokens you control and then target a level 4 lower Mecha Phantom Beast monster in the graveyard and special summon it. But it's very easy to summon in this deck, and it's just a really good one of. We then play a single copy of F.A. Dawn Dragster to be able to negate spells and traps, which is always good. One copy of Cupid Pitch, because you can use Cupid Pitch to be able to summon out on your Auroradon combo, which is really, really good, and get to Borreload Savage Dragon. And then finally, a single copy of Herald of Arclight, because you can make this card super, super easy, and it's basically a walking negate, which is really, really good. You're going to use this card plus any other Mecha Phantom Beast monster to make your copy of Abyss Dweller in your Auroradon combo, which is always a great thing. So, anyways, guys, that's it for this one. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Definitely tell me what you think of this deck down in the comments down below. It's a really, really fun deck to play with. If you guys have never played with Mecha Phantom Beast, you definitely should, because it's a really incredible deck and just super fun to be able to play, especially with Dracosac being pretty much the boss monster of the deck. So anyways, guys, this is DarkArmedDuelist. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell there so you can become part of Notification Squad, and we'll see you guys in the next video. See you later, guys.